That's cap, just like the cap you have on your head. It might as well be blue. It might as well be blue. You just said in the beginning of this video, you were rich and anonymous. Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Liver King's apology. Let's see if this guy is legit. Give my 2 cents on it. And we could have a discussion about working out and steroids. And I'm trying to put this into like a nice way. But there are things that I see, such as like this whole marketing masculinity thing, where I see, and it's just not, it's just not Liver King. It's just, there's like this marketing to men, right? Specifically about, about being masculine, being in shape, where they're trying to like sell you products. And I have an issue with that, because these people in general still want you to be weak because they need you to consume their products, right? They don't inherently want you to be masculine. It's all a marketing scheme. And let's get into this guy's apology, his apology. Before we get into that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let's go. All right, we got the Liver King. We got the Liver King in his chair, shirt off, beard, looking very primal. Very primal, sir.
Primals, I'm making this video to apologize. Because I fucked up. Because I'm embarrassed and ashamed. Because I lied. And I misled a lot of people. I've stated that this is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is, because before social media, I was rich and anonymous, and after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous, and I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye.
Did you?
Tricky as fuck.
Did you not? Did you not expect it? Did you really not expect this kind of exposure in an age where you were probably already on to like this whole idea of men needing guidance, right? You were like, there's no way that you didn't market this. This is what I'm saying. This whole thing was marketed. Like, you planned this. It's not something that like, oh, I was rich and anonymous and then I'm rich and no longer anonymous. No, bro, you planned this because you have companies, you make apparently $100 million a year with your products. Like, bro, this shit was planned. And if you sit here and you tell me to well, not to my face, right? But you sit here in your apology video saying that I didn't plan to be in this position. You definitely planned to be in this position, bro. Like, let's keep it a stack. Let's keep it a bean. You plan to be here.
Well, clearly I did it wrong. And I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids. And yes, I'm on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician. Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves, the 80,000 people a day that...
If your message while being on steroids was to tell people that, I see your suffering and everything, just tell them to do steroids. I don't understand, what this entire thing was. Like, oh, my message was to help people. Well, you lied in your message by telling people that you're natural. Like, if you're on steroids, like, bro, like, you're not a professional athlete. You're not competing in any kind of sport. If they're juiced to the gills, just come out and say it. I don't understand what the idea or what's wrong with being honest about that. You're on steroids. Tell people.
Try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety, infertility, low ambition in life. Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living.
That's cap.
9 ancestral...
That's cap, just like the cap you have on your head. It might as well be blue. It might as well be blue. You just said in the beginning of this video, you were rich and anonymous. And now you're saying that you plan to be here. You made it your job. So you made a plan. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, don't make an apology and start lying to people. Lying even more. Bro, you're the biggest liar I have seen.
Tenants, so our people no longer have to suffer, so we can collectively express our highest and most dominant form. This is my fight. This is why I exist. While spreading the message, I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch this stuff, not gonna touch this stuff, never touch the stuff.
That's a lie.
That was a lie.
Bro, you... I want to talk about his like primal and subprimal thing. And it's for me, and you know, this is almost the same thing as alpha male, beta male. He just gave it different names. He's like, if you follow the primal tenets, then that makes you primal. The 9 ancestral tenets, that makes you primal. You're primal if you follow the 9 ancestral tenets. If you don't, then you're subprimal. If you follow the 9 ancestral tenets, that makes you alpha. If you don't follow the 9 ancestral tenets, that makes you subprimal. You want to be primal. The fuck out of here, bro. You goofy ass motherfucker, bro. Goofy.
Convinced myself that this had nothing to do with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind. So who the fuck am I cheating? I convinced myself.
You're cheating by saying that you are a natural looking man, and you're telling other people that if you follow these 9 ancestral tenets and you eat liver, that they're going to look like you. That's where you lied. That's where you fucked up at. It's not hard to figure out, bro. It's not hard to figure out. Come on, bro.
That this topic was a placeholder for a far more important conversation. I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs.
I would argue that you've been on steroids for a long period of time in your life. If you were rich and anonymous and no one knew who the fuck you were and no one could check in on you, you were probably doing steroids. You know what I'm saying? Like you were doing that shit. So I don't believe it. I just think it's more cap. You know what I'm saying? We need to turn that hat blue because you're just a capper, bro. All you do is cap.
Convinced myself that this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation. And I had convinced myself that this would be the wrong message to send to the 15-year-old boys.
Why are you marking this to 15-year-old boys? This is what I'm saying. It's like you could, if you listen to the in-between things that he says, you could pick out what he's saying here. You can pick out that, oh, okay, first of all, he said that he was rich and anonymous and he did not plan to be here. Then he said he made it his message. Then he reveals who his target audience is. This dude's just full of shit. He's full of shit.
So I continually dismissed it, and I dug myself into a bigger and deeper hole.
You did.
I have only myself to blame. I did that. And it was all wrong. I will be better. I will talk about it openly because I believe that there's a time and a place for pharmacological intervention monitored and managed by a trained hormone physician.
But is that primal? Does that follow the 9 ancestral tenets? Does it follow that? Is it still primal? The problem with these people is that they make like these ideologies and then they can modify these ideologies whenever they see fit. You know what I mean? They can say like don't do steroids as a part of their ideology, right? And then what they'll do is they'll get caught doing steroids like this guy, and then they'll say, oh, well, it's okay if you do it like this. Okay. It's like their ideologies are convenient for them. The ideologies for them are convenient because they can justify whatever it is that they do. They can justify, oh, I can justify steroid use if I say it like this. I can justify this use if I do it like this. It's a slippery slope. What else is he going to justify? You know what I'm saying? Most people, right? I think the vast majority of people will say that taking steroids is not good, right? But then if you come along with your weird primal ideology and your non-ancestral tenets, and then you start to justify it, you don't have any real morals or any real values. If you come out and say that taking steroids is wrong, okay? If you come out and say that you've never done it, that you don't touch the stuff, and you never touch the stuff, and you never will touch the stuff. Meanwhile, all you do is fondle steroids all day long. What do you think is gonna happen, bro? You know what I'm saying? I don't really feel like watching the rest of this sorry ass apology. But if you guys have found this video to be, I don't know, like useful, insightful, anything like that, comment down below. What do you guys think about it? I'm not surprised by this.